Las Vegas again, but this time in the van, so not flying. I am heading to Flagstaff, so I've got a couple days in Arizona. I'm going to go down to Sedona in Arizona, and I'm going to Prescott to go mountain biking. Even though I don't have my full suspension, I do have my hardtail mountain bike, which should be fine. It's got, you know, rock shocks on the front, air coils. But anyway, and then I will eventually get back to Albuquerque to go get my full suspension mountain bike. So now I'm going past Lake Mead, which I've flown over 1,000 million times in the plane. Absolutely stunning drive. So I've got this drive on the 93 South, straight to Flagstaff pretty much. So I've got about 3.5 hours to go. It's a 4-hour drive from Henderson, which is the part of Vegas that I was staying in. But absolutely gorgeous. And the Hoover Dam is over here, which I've been to last year as well. You can see the video on that where I got searched. It's kind of funny. Oh, my ears are popping. But yeah, my throat is getting better. I don't know. I've never had you know, sore throat. Well, it's not sore. I just lost my voice for a week, which, you know, some people think that's fine. And they're like, oh yeah, Jennie can't speak. But anyway, it is very bright outside. But yeah, so I'm going back to being in the van. I haven't been in the van for a week. I was staying at my friend's house for 3 days, and then home for 3 days, and then stayed at my friend's house last night. So this will be the first night that I'm back in the van, but I'll be boondocking with some other friends out in like 70-degree heat. It was 100 degrees almost in Las Vegas. It's very, very windy as well. I can feel the van shaking. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, so pretty easy drive, and just kind of moseying my way back to Albuquerque. So yeah, it's kind of a good thing. I haven't actually worked out except running at the gym on Friday, so it's also been about a week since I've done any hikes or mountain biking or anything. But the rest was good. Resting up was good. Amazing lobster dinner last night, so got a little spoiled, and then went back over, as you saw, over to Beatles Love and hang out with my friend and just kind of chat to some of the, you know, prop people and the people that work on the show. So yeah, it's really sad the show is ending. They're actually going to close the facility and build a power plant so they can build the new Hard Rock Hotel or something. I don't know. It's Vegas, you know, they blow up hotels and casinos and then they build new ones. But, you know, they're taking away a $15 million a year show, you know, that was, you know, wasn't because of low capacity. It's not like Humanity that they got rid of right around the pandemic. You know, it actually was a really good show. So it's sad. I don't know what they'll do with all the props. I'll see if I can get some stuff. But my friend actually made, yesterday we were printing 3D printed keychains of the Beatles. So that's kind of the stuff we do. And we're like, you know, a bunch of Gen X nerds. We're like, yeah, we're just going to print stuff and play all day and, you know, try not to work in a cubicle anymore. So anyway, absolutely stunning. The weather is gorgeous. Blue sky, as you can see. Sunny, about 82 degrees. It's cooling down as I'm getting out of Vegas now. But yeah, so that's kind of my thing. And I think I've got a couple really good hikes. I don't know how Sedona is going to be. I don't know where I'm going to boondock. And I'm back in Arizona. And there's actually Arizona Hot Springs over here, which I'm going to pass the Arizona sign. You won't see it. It's on that side. But yeah, so the Arizona Hot Springs down here by the Liberty Bell Arch, or the Liberty Arch, which I hiked up to the arch, but I never went to the hot springs. But my friends were telling me, my other friends were telling me about all the cool places to do hot springs around here. All the people that never take showers in their van. So that's why it's like, even though like people have showers in their van, hang out with the ones that don't have the showers, because they're the ones that know where the hot springs are and the freshwater lakes are. So they know where all the cool watering holes are. Anyway, but there's also some like secret slot canyons down here as well. Nothing like Utah. I mean, it's, you know, Utah was just epic. I had so much fun for that month in Utah, and I cannot wait to go back and explore more. But I am excited to get down to Arizona. It's probably going to be pretty hot around Phoenix. I do want to go back to the Musical Instrument Museum. I want to try to do that for a day. Sorry, there's a ton of potholes. I do want to do that for a day. I think that would be fun. And then I know last time I was there in Phoenix in 2021, I did do a bike ride, and it was quite hot. It was like 80 or 85 degrees, and it was manageable because it's a dry heat. So I might see if I might get to do that same bike ride again. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of take it easy this 2 weeks. So I am going to get probably more outdoorsy getting back into Texas. I'm going to spend about 2 or 3 days in San Antonio with my friend. So he's working out there. So I'm going to go kind of be a tour guide start for, with Harriet, and then Mother's Day, and then I have about a month before there's other stuff going on, so I'm not quite sure. I'll find out more like this week and next week what my schedule is regarding June, but I have some family stuff to take care of, and that'll kind of change the direction of what's going to happen for the summer. But anyway, so yeah, just kind of driving through a pothole road here. I've driven this before. I've driven out here and back. I've never driven through to Flagstaff from here. I've always taken the 40. But yeah, so it'll be a pretty easy drive, and that's it. Nothing more to report from the raspy voice Jennie. So eventually my voice will come back. I had no voice last night either. I was trying to speak to my friend, and I'm like, nothing was coming out. So it's just weird. I wasn't even sick. I didn't even have any COVID or anything. I just had that average sore throat. So they just gave me average sore throat medication. But this road is horrible. Oh my God, there's 1,000 million potholes. The 40 on the way to Flagstaff is even worse, actually. I think that's just like treacherousville. But yeah, so oh my God, my phone is like moving. So yeah, so other than that, I got lots of gifts from my friend at Beatles Love and some other Berserk shows that he grabs stuff from. We're going to scope out where I can get all the props when they have to tear everything down. I'm like, I need more things for the van. I don't have enough stuff for the van. So it's good. It's been a good couple, 2 months or so that I've been on the road. I just couldn't stay in Houston. There was no reason for me to be there except when I had stuff for the family. But I needed to get my nonprofit started, which is going well. And I've updated. So I've done the website. I got the PayPal donation. You can go to hikebikealike.com. You can donate if you want to. Starting to kind of get the donations together to start planning the projects, and then I need to start creating like PowerPoint presentations, send those to corporations, start soliciting corporate donations, and then I need to start getting kind of the projects together. I got my LinkedIn updated. I need to create my Amazon shop so that you guys can help purchase gear for veterans and people that have PTSD and trauma who want to do healing in nature. So it's everything. I mean, even if you buy someone a sleeping bag, it's life-changing, and it creates the ability and breaks down the barriers to outdoor adventure. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. So I've got to work on that on my downtime, and then so I think I have Starlink privileges tonight. I think the people I'm staying with have Starlink, so I have to Zoom with Harriet later, and it's going to be great. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So other than that, nothing else to report. Just kind of driving for the next 200 miles. So it's good. It's good to be back on the road. I haven't driven far. I had the van in Vegas for the last week, so it's good to kind of get my heavy right foot going. But I took a shower this morning, did my hair, all minty fresh. So it's good. It's a good day. 2 days from now, I'll be back to not showering and crusty hair and not being too close to people because I haven't showered in a couple of days. But it's good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the hikes. Looking forward to just kind of getting out into Sedona again. I got to ask some of my mountain bike friends on Instagram if they have recommendations for mountain biking out there, just some easy trails, nothing too like double black diamond or anything. I just want just some terrain to go over because I've got the tires that never get flat, so I've got all the reinforcement. But it'll be nice to get back out on the bike. I haven't been on the bike actually since Zion, to tell you the truth. And since my friend had taken the latch off the door, now the door opens and closes constantly, and I'll just use the slick locks and the Viper alarm to keep the other end of it closed and locked, so I can still lock the door. That's the good thing. It just doesn't have the second latch, and the second latch is where it was getting stuck, and that's what was preventing the door from opening. But I can still lock the door with the interior latch. It's just the one that's in the front. It was the one that we had to remove. So thank you, Nissan, for making a door that doesn't work. Anyway, I've spoken enough, so let me actually I don't speak enough. I barely talk as it is. So anyway, so I will see you guys when my ears stop popping. I'll see you guys when I'm in Flagstaff. So yeah, I think it's just a chill day. I think I might go for a hike with my friend later. I'll get in at about 1:35, maybe 2 p.m. So there'll be plenty of time. And then he has to head back toward Denver tomorrow, and then that's when I'll head down to Sedona. If I don't do any hikes in Flagstaff, I do want to go to Walnut Canyon National Monument. I've been to Flagstaff like 4 times. I've never been to that national monument, and now I have to mark off all of the 400 or so national monuments that I've done about 120 of them. So I've visited 120 of them. So now I have to continue. Excuse me. Now I have to continue with that. So that's kind of my goal now, is just kind of check those off. Not all of them are that interesting, but there's a couple that I really, really want to go to. So I'll have time to do that tomorrow morning before I head down to Sedona. Sedona's going to be a madhouse, but thankfully my interagency pass is valid for all of the hikes in Sedona. Usually you get your the Red Canyon pass or Red Cliffs pass for Sedona, which is the local park pass. But thankfully my disabled interagency national park pass will be valid, so I just have to display it, and then I don't have to pay for hiking. So I don't think you should pay for nature unless you're like contributing to conservation. But I don't know, whatever, I'll pay, you know. But if I don't have to pay, I won't pay because I have my pass. So I will see you guys on the flip side. So all right, let's go, let's drive. Alright, now I'm on the dirt road. It's easier to go on 180 because you're only 1 mile off the road versus 7 or 8 miles from the 40. So yeah, this is much better. This is beautiful. Flagstaff, I really don't like you. Like in the main town, I think it's just, I don't know, worse vibe than Moab. But you know, your forests are pretty. I just can't remember where I stayed when I was here last time. I know I stayed in Flagstaff, and I don't remember where I stayed. I'm pretty sure I did stay here at some point. I've been here like 4 or 5 times. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, okay. I stayed by Walnut Canyon, and that's the BLM that's been closed now. So now we're on different BLMs. We're on a forest road, and I'm just going to go about 1 mile. And yeah, so my friend who is here is one of the board of directors of Hike Bike Alike. So he's the one that got me, suggested the idea that I turn my idea into a nonprofit. So yay for supportive friends. Yeah, this road's fine. Just a couple potholes at the beginning. Not really the prettiest forest. I mean, it's an Arizona forest, which is like in the middle of the desert. But Flagstaff is hundreds of miles from basically anywhere. And so it's not like, you know, St. George or like Taos or any of those that are pretty relatively close to like a bigger city. This one is just kind of its own little insular little place. And I just, you know, it's got mountain biking and stuff. So depending on the schedule for tomorrow, I'd like to do a hike in the morning. I don't know if there's any trails around here on All Trails. I would also like to go to that museum, the Museum of Northern Arizona, which I've never been to. I saw it on the way in. And then I think I'll head down to Sedona and do like an afternoon hike, and then the next day do a morning hike. And then that way get out of Sedona in the afternoon and then go stay over in Prescott. So yeah, lots of pullouts over here, lots of good sun. So yeah, that person's over there. So I've got another about half a mile to go, and I should be at our little campsite for the night. So I may stay here a second night, tomorrow night, depending. I've got to figure out where I'm going to go, because Sedona I think is about an hour from here, maybe 30 minutes. I'm not sure. I know it's 30 minutes from where I used to stay on the other side of town, but I'm not sure where it is, how far. Yeah, this road's fine. I'm kind of done with bumpy roads, to be honest. The 40 is absolutely horrible. There's potholes everywhere. There he is. There's camp for the night. Let me back up. All right, so this is the debacle of my van right now. I need to fold all the clothes. I need to get all the laundry out. We're gonna cook dinner. The sun is setting. That's beautiful. The mountain bike's over there. My mountain bike's on the back. And yeah, this is fantastic. We went for a little walk, and now we're just gonna chill and be still and make some food. No, I'm good over here. Good morning from Flagstaff, and I have a half cup of tea. I need to go next door to the other van to get hot water because they have a stove. So yeah, it's a beautiful morning. There's still snow on the ground, and I'm gonna go over and have some tea, and then I'm gonna go on a bike ride. So let me close up here and walk over. So there's the remnants of the fire, and need to clean that up and Lock up my door here. Okay, cool. It's cold. It's like 39 degrees. All right, the bike is ready. Prudence is locked up, so let's go on a, I think it's a 20-mile ride. I'm going to ride the road I would have come up. I'll go all the way down to the 40 and then loop around past the McDonald's and then come all the way back up here. So should be a good ride, a little bit of elevation gain. So we'll see. I think I'll go clockwise, so I go downhill. Okay, I'm off, and this should take me 37 minutes to get to the McDonald's and about 40 minutes to get back. So I'm going to go clockwise, hopefully fewer hills. We'll see. This is great. So I'm at about almost 8,000 feet. So I'm going to feel it with the altitude. But I'm going to go on a pretty low gear and just go pretty slow and just kind of get used to riding up here. Got some neighbors. Oh, excuse me, I'm still a little congested. Well, I think I had laryngitis, I don't know. But I think I'm going to stay here tonight. So, and then go to Sedona tomorrow. Okay, I'm at the intersection. So I'm about, I don't know, I got to go another 1.4 miles. It's only 5 miles total. It's going to take me about 20 minutes if I pedal and not walk my bike up a hill like I just did. The climb was pretty decent, quite challenging. But the good thing is I get to go downhill that way back to the camp. There's tons of these clearings over here. So many places that you can boondock. There's someone over there. There's another dirt road. This is all BLM land. Yeah, so this is me. Yeah, there's someone right back there. Anyway, okay, yeah, this is good. Beautiful. I wore a thermal even though it's the sun is beaten down, even though it's like 39 degrees right now. The sun is pretty hot. So like I said, we're at about 7,500 feet, 8,000 feet or so. Okay, I highly recommend going clockwise when you get to that intersection back there because it's super highly technical, downhill, like black diamond shit. Like that was awesome. It was super rocky, a little bit, you know, well, very technical. But a few times I almost skidded out, but very steep and you're kind of like going over a lot of rocks and stuff. That was cool. So now I'm on this area. And I've got about 0.8 miles to get to the Forest Service Road. So I think that was an ATV road. I don't think it was a trail because it actually had the road on here. So yeah, I guess you can do four-wheel driving around here, stuff like that. That's really cool. Okay, so yeah, all these trees still tagged. They're all going to be chopped down. So now I'm going to go 0.8 miles. I've only got 15 minutes, supposedly. And it's only like 8:20. So making really good time. So I'm glad I went this way instead of having to carry my bike all the way up the steep rocky bit, because that would have taken me forever, because that was probably about half a mile of just downhill glorious goodness. Anyway, so yeah, so when I come back the other way, I'll be on the road, the original road I was supposed to come in at. There's some RVs and stuff back there, so I'm guessing the road is not too treacherous. There's no way an RV would get up that. I mean, I was losing traction a few times going over those rocks. It's so dry out here right now, but it's perfect. So yeah, so once I get down 0.8 miles to the Forest Service Road, and then I'll hit the almost hit the freeway. Well, I've got 3.5 miles before I get to the frontage road, the feeder road on the 40, and I'll go past the McDonald's. That's kind of just my marker. I just picked a place down there, and then I'll make my way back up on the regular road that I would have come in at. So this is fantastic. I remember now where I rode when I was in Flagstaff. I stayed near Walnut Canyon, and that BLM is actually closed now, but that's where I used to stay all the time. But this is even better. This whole area is much better. Many more places to stay and a lot more sun and a lot more secluded. But yeah, then I rode a trail that was pretty popular. I mean, there's a lot of hikers and mountain bikers, but part of the trail was closed, so I couldn't do the loop. But that was kind of in town, like right in Flagstaff. This, I'm kind of out near Snowmass, and I think it's Fox Valley or Fort Valley or something. Yeah, the shit town. So, yeah, so this is fantastic. And I'm in the Coconino National Forest, and I tell you, it is good to be back. It is good to be back in my element. I enjoyed being in Vegas and civilization for a few days with my friends, but I tell you, this is my element right here. And Flagstaff, as much as I despise the downtown area, and I don't really like the people too much, you're not very welcoming, you do have beautiful outdoor areas, and it's very unique. It's very different than what I would see in like New Mexico or Colorado and all that. And there's no bugs. There's no ticks, nothing. So yay, no mosquitoes. Okay, let me get going. I guess I'm probably going to be done with this by 10. So I've got another like hour and a half. So 15 minutes, give or take 10, to get down to the feeder road, and then go around and come back in on the road that I came in. So I'm probably going to hit some elevation, and then it's all downhill as I said, much like my life, all the way back to the camp. So it'll be a pretty quick ride back. But yeah, that was fun. I tell you something, that was badass. I couldn't film, obviously. I don't have my GoPro, but I tell you something, go clockwise and you will hit like, you know, happy black diamond goodness. So, oh, I want to go downhill mountain biking. Crap, I need to go Angel Fire. I need to get my pass for Angel Fire this year. I don't know if I'll get to go because it opens in May. So we'll see. I went there last year, like 2 weeks, and then another week when it right before it was closing. So, okay, again, let's ride. Oh my God, that was fantastic. And those chopsticks, birch trees. Oh, okay, so I'm now 2.5 miles from the McDonald's. There's the freeway, there's the 40. I think that's the 40. Yeah, there's the 40 freeway. This is the Forest Service road that's gonna run parallel. And then I'll go down there and then I'll go on the regular road that I was on yesterday. This is great. Oh, that was fantastic. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was some good, what do they call it, chunk. Not so much flow, but a lot of black diamond chunk shit. And it's all these rocks and it's very, very, very technical, but I highly recommend it. I do need my full suspension mountain bike, which is still in Albuquerque, and I don't have a drop seat on my hardtail. So the hardtail is doable just because I've always ridden hardtails mostly, and I've ridden, you know, Angel Fire on a hardtail one time. But I'll tell you right now, you should have a full suspension mountain bike. So anyway, okay, so yeah, I don't know where I'm walking. But yeah, let me keep going, and then it should be easy going back. It should just be on a regular washboard road like this. So that was fun. Oh my God, I needed that. I needed to get back on track, and there's me. Okay. Okay, the end of the dirt road, there's a little subdivision. So there's people walking dogs. And then I've got 5 minutes before I reach the McDonald's, and then I start the second leg of the trip, or the ride. So, this is great. I wish my throat would be better. I wish my voice would come back so I can sound pseudo fake British, as people think I'm faking my accent. I'm not. This is what comes out of my mouth. Most of it's gibberish, a lot of it's bullshit. And half the time I just talk because, you know, that's the only way I can have a decent conversation with myself. Anyway, okay, now I'm on a road. This is weird. There's people walking dogs. Whew, okay, let's keep going 1 mile and then I'll reach the Mickey D's. This is where I was yesterday when I started on that road, and I went around this roundabout and then went back on the 40 to go east toward Flagstaff. So I was like, oh, this looks familiar. Okay, round the roundabout, or the traffic circle as they call it in the States. Okay, so then I'm going to just end this bit and then go figure out where I have to go next. So anyway, okay, cool. That was easy. That was probably about 45 minutes, but that downhill bit, oh my God, I was like, I need to get to a ski resort in the summer and go down a ski slope on my mountain bike. Okay, let me pull in here. The McDonald's is inside the Pilot, and there's another van lifer. And yeah, okay, all right, that was good. Okay, let's go back. To get back, it's 45 minutes on the road, so that should be fine. So that'll get me in about 9:45, about an hour from now. Knowing, you know, I'll go a little bit slower, so knowing me. Yeah, so I'll get in before 10, and that's good. And then I have a call at 11 with Accessible. So I'm in their partnership program for Hike Bike Alike. So we're going to talk about what that entails and all that good stuff. So more on that later. But yeah, let me get out of civilization here. There's a big RV park right when you come in. It's a village camp, it's called, and they've got cabins as well, if you want to do that. Or you could do what we're doing. And they have this pumice stone. They've got like lava rock and stuff. That's really cool. Okay, so yeah, this is the road I started on for about a minute and was like, nope. So it should be pretty easy. I don't know, I might have a big climb, but I've got to go back up into the mountain there. So, okay, so yeah, I'm 39 minutes if I keep at this pace, which I won't. So, and then there's, oh, that's a rock. I was like, there's poop. Animal poop, scat, as they call it. Yeah, so you can also, like right here, right past this sign where it says wanted, your campfires dead out. So you can have campfires, just put them out. Right past this sign is BLM. So yeah, you could just pull right in and stay here if you want to, like that dude. Or this person over here, or those people. Or you can go another 6 miles up and go where we are. So turning off the dirt road, now you get on another dirt road. And there's like a horse corral there, so don't park in that parking lot. There's no parking or camping allowed. But yeah, there's just people kind of dotted around here. Okay, so I've got 35 minutes. Let's go. Come on, Jenny. Go, go, go. That was a good steady climb on low gear, so doable. You don't have to walk your bike up. Very steady. So I'm going to continue going up, and then I've got the big fun downhill part back to camp. But yeah, there's 3 miles to Interstate 40, and so I've got 3.5 miles to go. So I'm halfway on the second leg. There's snow over there as well. It's really cool. Oh my God, it feels so good. And this is West Wing Tank. So yeah, I didn't see any like hiking trails or anyone hiking. I saw some people walking dogs further back toward the RV park. But yeah, Maxwell Spring. I need to go to a hot spring. Route 222. And then 518 is the road that we take back. So yeah, definitely go clockwise. Highly recommend it. Oh, this is awesome. I'm going to stay here again. I don't know if I'm staying here tonight. I'm going to go to the Flagstaff Museum after this. After my friend has to leave at 11. And then drive to, he's driving to Mesa Verde, Durango area, so in Colorado. So I think I'm going to go to the North Arizona Museum, Historical Museum, and then see how I feel, whether I'm going to come back here and stay, because I wouldn't really have anything else to do but just be on my computer, or if I'm just going to drive on a beautiful day like this down to Sedona and try to get an afternoon or evening hike in. I have 2 hikes in Sedona. I want to kind of get ahead of myself because I do have to get to Albuquerque, and I do want to kind of get through Texas pretty quickly back to San Antonio. And I don't know how Phoenix is going to be. If I go to Phoenix and it's going to be too hot at night, then I'll have to probably head into the Tonto National Forest. So I want to kind of give myself a buffer day. So yeah, it'll be good to get back into that part of Arizona. A lot of stuff I'd like to do in Phoenix as well. A couple museums to check out again, as I did in 2021. So yeah, so let's go another 20 minutes and I'll be back at camp. I'll be there sooner because I'll be hightailing it down that hill super fast. So this is great. What a fun 2-hour ride in the morning. I needed this. I haven't ridden since Zion. So this is definitely much needed. But I would need my full suspension, I think, to go do that Black Diamond stuff on the other side. But anyway, doable on a hardtail. Would prefer a drop seat. So I'm going to have to do some modifications when I get to Albuquerque. I might have them see if they can order me a drop seat and put it on when I go pick up my bike next week. I am back at the intersection on 519 now. So I went from 518 to 519. And now let's do the super fun downhill, badass, fast run. Let's do it. Let's go. Come on. Okay, go faster. Faster. Come on. You can do it. Okay, pedal, pedal, pedal. Ah, okay, I've got 8 minutes back to camp. Okay, I'm in my van. There's my wall. I need to put some more sleepy clouds up, and I'm just working on my website, and I think I'm going to make a quick lunch and then head into Flagstaff to go to the museum, and then drive an hour and 10 minutes into Sedona, and maybe do just a quick evening hike. And then tomorrow I think I'll do the other hike and then head down into the Tonto National Forest. So yeah, just kind of short and sweet. I was going to stay here another day. I mean, check this out. That is absolutely beautiful, but I need to get down to Sedona. So because it's already Wednesday, tomorrow will be Thursday. But yeah, so I'm just working on my website. I just had a really good call with Accessibility, which is what this little widget down here is. So if I show you this little cool little thing here. So if you have any like mobility or visual needs, you are able to manipulate my website so that you can read it without having any incidents. So if you need monochrome, it'll actually turn my website into black and white, which is really cool. And so if you need like subdued colors, or if you have anxiety or epilepsy, it'll stop the animations and things like that. And then you just click on the little guy down here, and you can just reset the settings. And so yeah, they have a partner program, which is really cool. And the partner program basically gives a ton of resources to nonprofits. They have about 600 nonprofits. They have about 220,000 customers that purchase this little blue man. And the nonprofit program is where I'll get the widget for free, and then I'll get to be able, that's me, that's me, be able to make the website accessible. And then they give a ton of resources, like press kits, and also be part of a podcast with a guy that wrote a book called Thunderdog. And he was a blind employee in the World Trade Center when the 9/11 happened. And he actually managed to escape from the World Trade Center with his guide dog, and wrote a book about it. So he does a podcast for Accessibility. So anyone that's in the partnership program is able to be on that podcast. And you basically, you like, I would be running the conversation. Like, I would be think of about 6 to 8 different topics that I'd like to talk about, and then we would have a discussion. So I'll get to do that as well. So I am super excited. You have no idea. I literally just want to make the world open for everybody and help veterans, and get everybody's shoes muddy. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. That's what I've started. So if you'd like to go to the website, it's hikebikealike.com, and there's a little donation button. When you scan it or click on it, it'll take you to, I think I can click on this one here. It'll take you to PayPal, and then you can, donate. And you can also select what program you'd like to donate to. So we have sponsor a veteran, provide gear, contribute to activities, sponsor an event, or general donation fund. So everything is appreciated. And yeah. So if you want to help balance the universe, make the world more accessible, and enable people to do what I'm doing with a little bit of extra help and a little bit of accommodation, then you can, you can do a good deed today and help out. So I'm just super, super warm and fuzzy right now. I'm so happy that I have this opportunity. So anyway, so there's that. And okay, so I'm going to go into the museum right now, down the road, and then probably get something to drink on the way to like a chai or something. I have chai, but I tried to make my tea this morning, and the little, I have my little propane thing, or my butane, I think, and whatever it is. I have, explodable, flammable gas, and unfortunately, like, my little thing wasn't working, my little grill to the camping stove, and so I just gave up. So, but I did have a cup of tea this morning. My friend who was here was also one of the board of directors. So we were camping out here and talking about the nonprofit and ideas that we have. So he left already. He's got to get to Colorado. And it's just like, I've got to go pop over to Colorado, and so I'm going to head south and then make my way east eventually by next week. So this is good. So beautiful. I would stay here all day if I could. I'm getting really good sun. I'm getting about 150 watts of sun with 200 watts of solar panels, and which is actually pretty decent. I should have put 300 watts of solar so I could get like 250 watts. But yes, everything's charging down there. I've got all these groceries. I have nowhere to store it because everything in my cabinets is all basically clothing. But I'm going to go do my thing. So yeah, go to Hike Bike Alike, check it out. Still building out the website. I've got a ton of pages and resource pages to do. But if you'd like to contribute in the interim and help us start some of these programs, that would be fantastic. So yeah, like I said, I don't know. I worked in advertising for 10 years and digital media for another 10 years. And I'll tell you, I'm glad to be out of that, but I'm happy that I have all the skills to be able to build websites. I built hundreds of websites, like 400 websites. I can build my own website. I can do the marketing. I know the algorithm. I know the advertising. But I just, have a different cause now. I'm not doing it for the movies or, Mountain Dew or Kraft macaroni and cheese. I'm doing it for people that really just want to, not live in hospitals the rest of their life. They want to get out into nature, and they don't want to be miserable. They want to be happy. So that's what I'm doing. So adventure accessibility for all. Okay, cool. All right, well, let me get going, and I will chat with you later. Goodbye, perfect camp spot. I will be back another day. I miss you already. So, all right, so let's go about 20 minutes into town. So yeah, so thankfully this road is only 0.8 miles from the 180. There's no way, and I knew this because I rode my bike up the road, there's no way I would have made it up 6 miles the other direction from the 40. I'm glad I went around. And there are wasps that are bigger than a small child. So if you're allergic to wasps out here, be careful. I'm not allergic to anything. I'm pretty boring. But anyway, yes, I'm just gonna go down this road and then head out to the museum and then down to Sedona. This is the best, most gorgeous day, and Sedona's just gonna, I don't know, it's just gonna be like beautiful, bright red and blue colors.